All rise.
Yay, we here. Oh, let me get set up. I forgot to get the headphones out. Man, you know how we do it. So like this or like that. Let me get it together first. I don't know. Miranda rights. Tom MacDonald. You have a right to express your freedom of choice. You have a right to have the freedom of choice. You have a right to be a citizen. And if you are not a citizen, citizenship will be afforded to you. And with having those God-given rights as a newly provided American from Canada, you are now one of us. And with knowing this, do you still accept to spit these bars? Hey, well, let's do it. Right hand on the mic, left hand in the air. Do you swear to spit the lyrics, the whole lyrics, and nothing but the lyrics, and kill this beat with your bars? Well, step into the booth. We got the bailiff, the bar scheme bear. I'm the judge. You're the jury. Let's go. Yo, welcome back. It's your boy LaCane in the Universal Court. Hey, guess what? We in courtroom H for hip hop. In the hip hop court of law, case number RAP 342.1. Tom MacDonald, America. Man, how do we judge it? Bars, flow, message, crime scene, the video, and of course, Tom is always coming with a crime scene. He creates one every Friday. Man, without further ado, America. Let's get it.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for.
Now that's real. Now there are some people who hate America. There are some people who just can't stand being here. Now, as far as the thing that, you know, they hate cops doing whatever, here's what I'm going to say to that. Not every officer is bad. I think one of the things that gets overlooked sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, is that there are some bad officers there. I think we need to really be careful about how we lump police officers in one category. There are some excellent officers. There are some good ones. There are some all right ones. There are some bad ones. We need to really watch how we do that. Okay? Come on, Tom, let's go.
For the flag, insult the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans?
Man, okay.
Summer.
I think one of the things we have to really watch out for,
Viewer discretion is advised.
because we're going to get into some shit. A lot of people act like the freedom of speech is only foreign to them. If I'm against something, and if I don't like something that the United States is doing, or whatever that case may be, that doesn't mean I hate America. See, some people are so quick and narrow-minded to try to tell somebody, well, if you don't like it, leave. That ain't the point. The point is, this is one specific thing I do not like. I love everything else about the country. But if this one thing I don't like and I can't stand this one specific thing, then don't tell me to sit there and leave. I mean, because to be honest, if you really trace back through ancestry, none of us are really American born, but our family tree and dynamic, we're all from other parts of the world. The only true Americans here from Americana Vespucci, who really discovered America, Christopher Columbus, just happened to land here on accident. The native Americans were here already. The key word in their whole ethnic group is native. But we are American born. We love our country, the things it has provided for us and things that it do. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Because we are here. We live here. We are part of America. We are Americans. You know, so everybody's America. The whole African American, European American, Japanese American. We're American, okay? If you're here, you're American. If you just happen to come over here, gain citizenship, I guess I could say Japanese American, African American, because you came from said country, came here, got your citizenship. You are now your native country / American, African American, Native American. You're already here. European American. You came from Europe, right? Japanese American, etc., etc. You came from said country, came here, became American. If you were born here, you're American. I'm American. You're American. All right, let's go. It's just a little gripe, a little thing. And I could be wrong. Like I said, it's not actually spitting facts. It's just my way of thinking of things. Okay? Come on, Tom, let's go. Let's get back at it.
The nation, real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing, it's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists. And
the great tragedy of the United States is slavery. There is no debate. Over here, for me, my opinion, the great tragedy is slavery and the things they have done to my group of people is the greatest American sin here. I guess you could say next to the slaughter of Native Americans too. So yes, this country was founded on violence. But again, that's history. We are now present. Are some things going on? I mean, there's going to be racist groups all over the world, so I'm not really counting that. But if we're talking specifically America, yes, like any country, there are a lot of things that could be changed. There are a lot of things great. There are more great than bad. I would definitely say that. There are always more great than bad being here and growing up. We have the freedom to do a lot of things. Whatever you feel about the government, your allegiance, Democrat, Republican, whatever, you cannot deny this country is great. It has its flaws like everybody else, but this country is great. All right, let's go.
now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage. I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only...
Mental illness is crazy. It's everywhere. Now, one thing I can say about mental illness, if I go shoot up a building, a school, a playground, an office, whatever, you know, basically, if I just say mental illness, I'm more likely going to get the charges dropped. A lot of them drop, or some compassion in my defense when I go to court, if I'm taken alive, is that they'll kind of give me the benefit of the doubt if I got a good enough attorney, mental illness. However, speaking about mental illness, yes, it is rampant in the world, you know, in the world, actually, in the United States, in the world, you know, anxiety, schizophrenia, you know, PTSD, people having bipolar. And I hate it when people say I'm bipolar. You are not the disease. I have bipolar. Quit saying I'm bipolar or he or he is bipolar. They have bipolar. When you say, that's like saying I'm schizophrenic. I'm the disease? No, I have schizophrenia. Like if you have the flu, I'm the flu. I'm the cold. Why not? You do it for mental illness. What about physical illness? Man, what's wrong with you? I'm the bronchitis. I'm the pneumonia. Man, what's up? Man, he's the pneumonia. I have pneumonia. Just like mental illness, I have blah, blah, blah. You have an illness. You are not the illness. One day I hope we can all fix it. But obviously we can't fix it. So hopefully there's a way of people coping with it better, doing better things with their lives to make sure we don't have it. And it's at the point now people could claim a mental illness and bam. I mean, hell, you answer yes to a few questions, all of a sudden that's what you got, and they're shoving pills in your mouth. Like, come on now. Let's go.
Only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't...
That's facts. That's facts. And judging by some of the comments I've been reading about this song, a lot of y'all part of that cancel culture. Oh, don't think I'm going to leave y'all out. Man, some of y'all are too emotional and too hyped over this song that you ain't even thinking straight. That you have become part of the problem. Some of y'all have. I mean, hey, if we say objection, I'm going to say overruled. You can't object to that. It's definitely overruled. some of y'all have became part of the problem. Well, if you don't like it, blah, blah. If you don't like it, leave. Damn, really? You didn't even ask. Well, how come you don't like the song? Or what is it about this or that you don't like? The first thing y'all saying, leave the country. Why? Because Tom said it? Because y'all, I'm seeing y'all quoting every line he said, and a lot of y'all quoting the same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Leave America. I help you pack your bags. Like, come on now. You became part of the problem. You canceling that person out because they don't like something that you believe in. So get out. How come you can't have a discussion about it? If you say something that I don't like, why is that? How come you don't like that? I'm not going to tell you to leave. I want to know why. We could dialogue. We could talk about it. See, that's some of y'all problems. You don't know how to talk. You first think, get out. Get out. You get hyped up. You got your adrenaline pumping. Tom got a new song. I'm hyped. And you instantly become part of cancel culture. Because the first thing out your mouth, get out. No, the first thing out of my mouth, well, how come? Is it just that? Yeah, it's just that. You know, that's the only thing I don't like, you know, blah, blah. Oh, okay, you know, let's talk about it. What do you think could be better? You know what? Damn, you got a couple of good points. I can see where you're coming from. That's how you talk, not get out. Man, y'all better miss me with some of this stuff. I'm going to tell you now, as much as I like Tom and some of his messages, some of y'all have become the problem. Because y'all getting too hyped up over some stuff. It makes no sense. Let's go.
The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want...
So I would disagree with that. If you don't like it, leave. Like what? What? Like what? He didn't... What is it that he's actually saying? Is he saying you don't like America? Or he's just guessing that if a person had to specifically say, I don't like America, I hate it because of these reasons, then you have more of a platform to be like, okay, then yeah, if you want to leave, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But personally, I'm still going to be like, why? What can we do to change your mind? Because what you may go back to is not a better situation than where you at right now. Right now, maybe the best situation. Yes, true. We have things that you don't like, things I don't like. But for you to hate this much about the United States or America, what is it that could be done better? And let's try to work through that before you go back to something that could be potentially worse for you and your family. See, a lot of y'all ain't thinking about that. You just telling that person to leave, and that means that person's family with them, because you ain't going to say it, but that's what that means too, because a lot of people are going to put the family along with the person. Well, y'all get the F out. Me, once again, you got to think about these things. Some of y'all just got the mob mentality, and y'all need to stop it. Tom is right, though. You know, if you really hate America, hey, you know what? If I can't change your mind, then yeah, go ahead and bounce. But I'm not so quick to dismiss people. That's just me. That's just me. Okay? Let's go. It's sad that I got to keep highlighting. These are my thoughts, not rooted in facts. Okay? It's just my thoughts and opinions. And once again, I'm open to listen to other people's opinions and dialogue about them. I'm not going to sit there and RSVP every argument I'm invited to neither. So you're going to invite me to the argument. That don't mean I got to attend. So, all right, let's get that one out the way now. I can dialogue. Let's go.
The First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America.
What's the problem right here? Do you guys see a problem right here? I do. I do. One of the great hypocrisies about being a patriot is either you're all in or you're all out. You can say you're a patriot any way, shape, or form that you want. However, the United States flag code, Tom's not supposed to be wearing that flag. And I'm not going to sit here and read it to you, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to paraphrase what the flag code is. He ain't supposed to be wearing it. It's not supposed to be sold as merchandise. It's not supposed to be on cups, shirts, hats, pants, all that. The flag is supposed to be flown. The flag symbolizes a living being. Therefore, it's supposed to be treated as such. It's not supposed to be on blankets or kites or pens and pencils. You're either all in or you're all out. So some of y'all breaking the law or desecrating the flag and don't even know it. The United States flag code says that, and it backs me up. If you wear the flag, you can have a lapel above your heart because the flag symbolizes a living being. Therefore, the lapel above your heart, because said thing is a living being, so therefore it must have a heart. You cannot pick and choose when you want to do this. You're all in or all out. Me personally, I doesn't subscribe to either. I'm just saying some of y'all know better. Some of y'all need to understand. Military got more leeway than we got because it's military. However, civilians, oh, you better read that flag code. You ain't supposed to be wearing the flag like a superhero in the gym, anything like So I'm just saying that's the only thing wrong that I'm seeing about you're not supposed to wear the flag. All right, let's go, Tom. Let's go. Just got to get that out.
Freedom ain't free in America. Got soldiers dying overseas, so America, you say what we believe, my America. I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect.
You see Tom doing his rapper dance. Tom trips me out. When he gets into it, he gets into it. Let's go.
Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America, does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately, this nation is so ashamed and hating it.
There it is. Where's the Patriots? Some of y'all got to speak up. A lot of Patriots have really fallen back and not protected the country, said constitutions and things like that as they claim. So now we have all these factions of groups here and there, almost like who loves the country more. I got this group here, this radical group over there. I got this group of people here. I got these group of people over there. I got those over there. They all yell they're patriots. And some of them fight each other. And some of them make the situations worse. And some of them just don't do nothing. It's like, okay, what's the point of you being here? The fan base, us regular folks who are not in any groups, we subscribe more to the country when we think about it than anything else. Because normally if you're living your day-to-day life, going to work, school, and all that stuff, you ain't thinking about all that stuff. But when you actually have to sit and focus and think, or being brought to our attention like the song, then you'll think about, damn, I do like America. It do give me the freedom to start a business, go to school, raise a family. Don't have to worry about being executed for not believing in something. You don't have to worry about getting kidnapped or anything like that. And for whatever reason, you speak against the country. Like some countries, you say something about it, you're killed on the spot. I mean, it's against the law. Where here, you have the freedom of speech to express yourself. That's the First Amendment. Now, the soldiers fought for you to have that First Amendment to say the freedom of speech, but yet some people won't let you have it. Cancel culture, or hell, your own family or friends. You say something, next thing you know, you're pissed off and y'all going at it. Freedom of speech? Yeah, whenever. Almost like when it's convenient for certain people, I guess. All right? But he's right. Where are the patriots? Somebody needs to stick up for something, all right?
Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties?
Now that is facts. We know what happened. Those who don't will learn in school what happened about how Thanksgiving came about. I don't need to be reminded of it. You know, you just want to celebrate with your family. You just want to chill. You want to eat. I don't need that one person in my family, man, F Thanksgiving. Because you know how Thanksgiving started. All right, I'm pushing up from the dinner table. I'm not hungry no more. I'm done. No, because that's just how I be. I'm like, you just ruined my appetite. I don't care. I just want to eat. All right, yeah, he's right. Tom is right. Let's go.
Need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties? I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you
black, white, pronouns, kids on pills, and other people can't. And he said a lot, and he's right. There's more kids taking pills for fun than there are people who get a prescription for it. The world is black and white. There's white folks, there's black folks. Man, nobody cares about that either. And then you got the pronoun game, okay? You got the LGBTQ plus, and there's a bunch of other letters. And man, you're male or female. I get it. For that group of people, there's, you know, a bunch of things. But to simplify it, male, female, if I mistake, if I say male and you say no, I identify as a female, my bad. I'm sorry. But, you know, this is what I saw. So, yeah, Tom is right, man. There is just a lot of things that has got us so divided in the United States with different groups of people. Black, white, Asian, this, that, you know, gay, bi, lesbians, da, da, da. It's just so much. And then above all of it, cancel culture got bigger than everybody. And there's cancel culture groups within every group. Some cancel each other out, some cancel another group. It's like, it's a freaking disease. It amazes me how this happens. Let's go. Come on, Tom.
you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, it's freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, is it?
Let's talk about this kneeling thing, shall we? Okay. A lot of people forgot the whole point of kneeling. So I'm going to go on my little soapbox real quick. That don't mean I'm better than nobody else. I'm just saying I need your attention. All right, so here we go. Colin Kaepernick. It don't matter, and that's a trigger word. A lot of y'all pissed off just because I said his name just now. Get over it. All right, so here's the deal. It don't matter about his stats, his game, when he started, when he didn't, the pig size, the Fidel Castro shirt. He did it, okay? We just got to accept it. He did it. Now, when he did it, he was asked, why did you kneel? He said the shooting of unarmed black men and women. All right, let's get that out the way. Next, I'm going to say this. What happens when the cop officer shoots people and kills them is a very small fraction of officers' daily lives, okay? They go 20, 30 years without ever pulling their gun. So it's not something that's rampant. The news highlights a minority getting shot by a white officer. Why? Ratings exist, okay? Now, here's where y'all, some of y'all need to learn how to break it down. Did this person, was this shooting justified? Yes or no? Break it down further. It's like how I do music. I have to go through everything in the song, just like I'm going to go through everything in the shooting. Who started it? Man, okay, I can see why the officer shot this person, or no, the officer should not have shot this person. This person should have just complied. Okay, I can see why they didn't, because this triggered them, and there's a misunderstanding, and this happened. Or, damn, he did say that, hey, I have a gun, or whatever, but then this happened, or whatever. Okay, all cops are not bad. All bad cops are not good. Not to mention, there are some in between. And some, you know, they just get spooked and things happen. People forgot about that part too. Some officers just get shook and it just, all mayhem breaks loose. The kneeling was to bring awareness to that, because it's been going on for so long that it gets swept under the rug. Now, I'm just saying, that's what he said. Now, he was told by a military person, instead of sitting on the bench, just kneel. That's more peaceful. A lot of military people supported that. Some did not. Now, you're going to say, well, he's disrespecting the flag. I already told you earlier in the video. Well, you're wearing the flag. You got a flag blanket and hats and shirts. So are you. Get over it. So now, that being said, because they are both told to be equal, kneeling in front of the flag, wearing the flag, or selling this merchandise in the flag code is said to be treated as equal in the code. So we're all disrespecting the flag at one point. I got a shirt with a flag on it myself. That's disrespectful, but a lot of people don't know that, or they choose to ignore that. The point being is, if I'm kneeling, I'm not disrespecting the flag. He's not burning it. He didn't step on it. He didn't do nothing. He specifically said, this is why I did it. Now, whatever he do after that, his NFL career, that's on him. I don't care. That point, a lot of people chose to overlook all of that and say he's disrespecting the flag. They forgot about the shooting. That's what we're trying to talk about. Now, some of y'all get it. You'll be like, damn, I never thought of it that way. That some officers are doing blah, blah, blah. Yes, white people, every other culture are getting shot up too. So I'm not saying it's just black and white. Everybody, all of it needs to stop. All of it. No matter what race you are. The cops just need to quit shooting people and try to go through as much of the procedures as they can. Tase them, tackle them, whatever, without just having to pull the gun and just shoot them until they're dead or paralyze them, whatever. Just whatever they can do before they get to that point. But as far as my people are concerned, okay, black folks, because I'm the one living it, y'all can't speak for me. So when I can say we get treated fucked up, we do. I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying by some officers, we get treated all bad. I live it. So you can't argue with me on none of it. You can't tell me unless you are me, my heritage. I'm just saying. I've witnessed it. I've been through it. I complied and all that before anybody, well, you probably did. No, I did everything I was supposed to do and still had the guns pulled to my face and I heard the gun cock. I could kill you right now and nobody ever know. They'll believe me. All I got to say is you did da-da-da-da-da. You think me as a teenager wasn't scared to death and I'm doing everything he said? So don't tell me. Okay? It happens. Now, do it happen to white folks all that? Obviously, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some black cops going around punking white people. So they need to quit. They're probably saying the same thing. So they need to quit. Everybody has a story to tell with the interaction of police. So that's what I'm saying. He's just highlighting what he knows in his culture. It don't matter where he was raised and he was adopted by white folks and da-da-da and he's a millionaire. That don't mean black people don't go through stuff. Money don't mean your problems go away. It means a lot of them will, but it don't mean that type of problem goes away. Hell, a lot of officers get pissed because you're rich. That make them more pissed off. Oh, you think you're better than me because you got more money than me? So I'm just saying. A lot of y'all overlook this problem. The kneeling is as disrespectful as some of y'all make it to be. That if I kneel in front of a flag right now, you're going to tell me, oh, he hates his country. No. What if there's a certain problem that I want to highlight? Okay, I'm going to say something that we all agree on. I can't stand the government. I hate the news, so I'm going to kneel in front of the flag. I bet you I could get a ton of people to do that with me. You're going to say I hate the country then? Because we all agree the government and the news outlets and all that's kind of messed up. You ain't going to say I hate the country. You're going to be like, hell yeah, we hate the government too. I'm just saying, don't pick and choose when somebody's being disrespectful because it doesn't fit in your beliefs. That's all I'm saying. You got to think through a lot of this stuff. You got to critically think through a lot of these things. The shootings, the kneeling, what's it for? You got to listen to the messenger. A lot of y'all killing the messenger before you really absorb the message. So I disagree with that wholeheartedly about the kneeling thing. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong on it. It's just I got highlight things and I got argue all kinds of sides. And we can all be right or wrong, but we will always be in between. We will always be in between. There is no right or wrong. All right, let's go.
We believe my America. I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you back your bags. America, you can hate the government and still love the country. The fun.
See, right there. So if I kneeled in front of the flag right now, because I said I hate the government, but I still love the country, am I disrespecting the flag, the country, and the military? Which one is it? See, you can hate the government. Last time I checked, the government is part of the United States. But you can hate them and still love the country, right? So if I hate this and do this, do the math. You see? You see how we could get ourselves in a slippery slope. I'm just saying we could get ourselves in messed up situations by hating or loving one thing by doing a certain action. You know, whether you protest or kneel or, you know, not eat. I mean, hell, if I hate ice cream, do I hate the country? It's made in the USA. Oh, you hate American ice cream. You hate the country. I mean, look how slippery a slope they could get. I mean, you could really piss people off. You really start picking on certain things. I mean, it's kind of silly, but you see what I'm saying? Let's go.
Fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood.
Yes. 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 You can still be proud of where I'm from, because every other country is covered in a little blood. He is not lying. Every country got blood on their hands. There are certain things you can hate but still love your country.
Used to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started
That's big facts.
out United States divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America, your freedom ain't free.
If home is where the heart is, show America a little love. Do that. Do that. Home is where the heart is. So Tom is right. Tom pointed out a lot of things that he's right about. A lot of things that if you dig a little deeper into some things, it's not really that easy to just say it's this or that. It really ain't. Some things you got to dig a little deeper, or ask the people who are going through certain things why they did. Like I said, police brutality, even though I already explained that and broke that down to you. So it's a lot of things we could do better. It's a lot of things that needs to improve. It's a lot of things that we are ignorant of and we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. You got to look behind the scenes of a lot of things. Like me, I am a free thinker. So I'm going to think however the hell I want to think, and I'm not going to let nobody be my leader or my flag bearer to tell me otherwise. Some people look for inspiration in other people. Lead us to the way. No. What can I do to help you? It's me and you together. I'm not going to follow you. I'm not a sheep. I'm not following you to anything. We're going to do this together. So here's your ideas. Here's my ideas. Let's do this. So some of y'all need that. Some of y'all want that person to lead you to the way. Let's use Tom MacDonald, for example. Some of y'all, Tom, I'll fight for you. I would never fight for Tom. I will fight with Tom. Let's do this together, Tom. I would never have you tell me what I need to do, because then I'm a sheep. I don't need your direction, because I can see some things too that I could just do on my own. So I'm just saying, or whatever leader, which we got presidents. The only time I need the president to lead me is if I'm in the military. That's the only control over me he's going to have. Other than that, I'm pretty much going to kind of do what I want to do, because I'm going to think for myself. Just like all you guys, think for yourself. Kind of figure out what is it that you could do to help change the country. Whatever. It's smart. Start off in your local town or city and be like, you know, I think I'm going to change this. And because I don't like this, let me get a group of people. Let's try to make some changes. You never know where it could take. It might take you to be a great leader. You know, a lot of people got promise and potential to be a great leader. Some of y'all just don't tap into that, and you really should. And with being, like you say, in America, and being an American, being a patriot, being a person that you feel so great about this country, if there's something you strongly oppose or want change, do it. Whether you're voting, whether you're, I don't know, quietly protesting, whether you get a group of people and you start something that helps the betterment of your community, your people, your family, your loved ones, and just get out there and make those changes. Because everybody could do it. We all could do it. We all could do better. You know, I can't sit here and crap on somebody, and then when somebody asks me, well, what are you doing? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna have an answer. Well, I ain't doing nothing. So I can't be running around here complaining my own self if I'm not doing it my own self. So I can't sit here and cry. I mean, I wanted to be a police officer because of what I said about police brutality. I wanted to get out there and change. I wanted to be an officer, but I ended up being a probation officer. So boom, I'm helping. Mental illness. What would you do? I became a therapist. So I'm doing me. I found the problem. I decided to fix it. So we all could do something. We all can. You know, everybody's doing their part. I'm not saying nobody is. You know, even voicing it, you're doing your part. At least you're saying something. You're not keeping silent. Don't be silenced by anybody. Because I'm going to say what I have to say and what I believe, and I ain't going to let anybody shut me up. But, you know, do what you got to do. Tom. Verdict! All right, y'all. Tom MacDonald, America. How we judge it? I'm going to have to put it in general population because it's really another patriotic song. It's something that we already heard before, and he is getting the message out. So I'm not telling him to stop doing it. So once again, if I just, you know what? I'm so tired of eating cake. I'm getting sick. I've been eating it every day. Today I want ice cream. That's kind of what I want from Tom. All right, Tom, we got a whole lot of cake. Have some ice cream this time, and you go back to the cake. I will never tell you to stop making cake. Go back to it later, but right now we kind of need some ice cream. Now, people want cake every day. They want this type of song every day because that's what they like. Be it. Hey, I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying my preference is a little bit more variety. I know Tom's a talented MC and rapper and all that, so I know he got more in the bank, more in store. I did see his post. He said he got a little bit more to get out this song, and then he's going to jump into some other stuff, so don't trust me. I seen it. I watch. But I put it in general population, you know, voluntary manslaughter, because, you know, Tom's going to come after that, they say the snowflakes. Voluntary manslaughter, general population, Tom MacDonald, I'm the king, this stays famous. We out.